Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Tiana Ray. I am extremely hurt, and for the ones who do not know, that is your girl's Instagram. So make sure you are following my Instagram, and also make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video as well. And also hit that notification bell for all the new upcoming videos that I have popping up on my channel. If you are new here, I want to say welcome, y'all. What's up? I'm your motivational friend. I love to empower, inspire, uplift as many men and women around the world through my own life experiences and through everything God teaches me and blesses me as I am walking in my spiritual journey with Him, okay? Um, and let me tell y'all something real quick, okay? Because I just feel like the enemy has been just fighting me with so many distractions, fighting me with so many different, like, so much. So I cannot get this video out, okay? And I refuse to allow that to happen. Yo, we are tapped in, we are here. I am pulling up and we showing out, okay? And we gonna make this, we gonna do this thing, okay? So in this video, we're going to be talking about believing that you can. Okay, so let me back it up really quick. Okay, so backstory. I'm in a place where I am embracing my spiritual walk, right? So what does that look like for me is I'm getting to understand who God is and the power that He holds, right? And with me getting to know God more, that is allowing me to understand who He says that I am and what He says about me, right? And so the way that I get to know God more is simply I talk to Him more, right? Um, and the way that I talk to Him, y'all, is like, let me just say this really quick, and nothing against this as well, okay? When I say that, so disclaimer, okay? When you are talking to God, just show up as yourself, y'all. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. I promise you, He knows your heart. He knows you, okay? So you don't have to be in a prayer stance like this. Oh, Father, holy thou, this, you don't, cut it out. You ain't gotta do all that, okay? And not saying you don't have to if that's the way you want to pray and talk to God, but God just wants you to just come as yourself and just talk to Him. So when I'm talking to Him, y'all, I'm talking to Him in the shower, okay? I'm talking to Him while I'm meditating. Well, really, yeah, when I'm stretching, I'm talking to Him while I'm cooking, when I'm driving. I'm talking to Him as soon as I wake up, right? And I'm still like this in bed. You know what I mean? Like I'm still, and I'm talking to Him, right? So He just appreciates you just coming to Him and kind of building that relationship, building that rapport with Him, right? Because you want Him to know that you are making it your duty, that you are getting to know who He is, right? Because the more you get to know who He is, He then starts to reveal things about you and who you are, who your identity is. Another way is that I'm reading the Bible. Okay, let me say this. Okay, 'cause I don't want to come on here lying. Okay, I don't like reading. Period. I don't like reading, but one thing I can say, so there's a Bible app. It's a digital app. Okay, I don't have a physical Bible, but if you have a physical Bible, that is great. Use that. But for me, I have the digital Bible app on my phone, and I literally, y'all, I just pick a verse. I pick a verse and I let that thing play because there's an option. Okay, there's an option on there that allows you to just listen. Okay, because I don't like reading, y'all. There is something with me in reading. I just do not. That is just not the way that I just don't get down with reading. I rather just listen to an audio, right? So I love that there's that option for me to listen to an audio, right? It's quick. And let me say this as well. So for the ones that are like me and you need to kind of listen to an audio, make sure you're intentional about that, right? So when I am listening to the Bible and I'm picking a Bible verse and I'm listening, I'm being very intentional in that moment, right? So I'm not doing so many things that's kind of distracting me from actually hearing what He is saying and talking to me about, right? So for me, when I'm listening to the Bible, I'm cooking. I'm like cooking breakfast. You know what I'm saying? I may be driving in my car and I'm letting it play, but I'm not doing other things that's causing me to distract myself from what he's revealing to me in that moment. And 9 times out of 10, when you're listening to the Bible or reading the Bible, your spirit is going to resonate with one or two things or multiple things that he is saying about himself and what he's saying about you, period. Okay. And in those moments, I highlight that. I highlight that and I make sure I visibly read that out loud because it resonated with me. And I'm like, wow, okay. And let me just say this, y'all. Like, it's crazy because the more I read the Bible, like the Bible is giving you clear instructions. like I know for all the Bible scholars out there, I'm not a Bible scholar. I'm sorry. This is my walk and my journey that I am moving forward with, and I'm learning that the Bible gives you clear instructions on how to live your life and what to do in certain situations. Like, yeah. Okay. All right. The more you talk to God, the more he tends to reveal to you about who you are and about who he is, right? And just this power that he holds, right? And it's kind of like this, y'all. It's kind of like this. When we're trying to find out any piece of information about anything, what do? We go to YouTube University. We go to Google Elementary. We go to TikTok Middle School. Like, we go through all of these places to find the source. We go to the source to find the information. So it's kind of like if you want to know how to lose weight, you're going to research. You're going to go to the source and you're going to find it. You're going to read about it. You're going to go find out that information, right? You're going to go to the source. So God is kind of like the same way. He is the same way. He is the source, right? So if you want to find more, if you want to understand who you are and who he is, you have to go to the source, and he is more than willing. He is more than willing to want to tell you. He's more than willing to tell you the things about yourself, but he wants you to come to him. You got to go to the source. You got to go to the source, whether you're talking to him, y'all, or whether you are getting into the Bible and you are reading those scriptures, or if you're like me, hello, hi, I am she, and you are listening to those audio those audio Bible verses, okay? Like, it'll bless your life. I'm telling you, it'll bless your life. Now, how do I find out what he says about me? Right? So when I am talking to him, y'all, I literally ask him to unveil my eyes. Unveil my eyes so I can see myself the way you see me. It's amazing. Like, it's amazing. For real. Simple, simple, simple. It ain't gotta be that complicated, y'all. It's simple. So I literally asked him that. Unveil my eyes so I can see me the way you see me. Right? Because the way he sees you is not the way that you see yourself. Okay? Period. And then let me say this. The way he sees you is not what your current situation is right now. Like, okay, y'all. Okay. Let me move on. I'm sorry. Another way that I find out what he says about me is that I also ask him to show me these things in my dreams, right? And y'all, let me say this too. When he shows you specific things in your dreams, in your sleep, y'all, write them down, okay? Quickly. Make sure when he gives you those dreams, those visions, you write them down. You may not understand it right then and there, but later you will. But if your spirit resonates with that, write them down. Write them down because it's going to mean something. It's going to bless your life, whether it's now, in 7 years, next year, in 2 weeks. It's going to come full circle because that's the way he is. That's the way he works, okay? And those dreams always mean something, okay? Them dreams are here to protect you. Them dreams are here to bless you, okay? To educate you, to redirect you, all of these things, okay? So that's another way that I find out what he says about me, okay? Another way that I find out what he says about me, y'all, is like I mentioned, Bible verses. I'm sorry, y'all, some issues in my Bible verses. Okay, I'm gonna put a Bible verse up here, Jeremiah 29:11. Okay, Clearly, Jeremiah 29:11 says he's here to bless you, to give you a future. Okay? So it's like, and then it's like, I also want to say this too. With Bible scriptures that you read, Bible verses that you read, y'all, God loves when you take his word and bring it back to them. Like he loves when you take what was in there, what you read, and bring it back to them. He loves it. Because it's like, ooh, you challenging me? What? It's like you challenging me. You know, it's kind of like if you're a parent and you teach your kids something, and because I do this to my mom, like it's like you're a parent and you teach your kids something, and it's like as they grow, they throw what you taught right back at you, and it's like a pill to swallow. You like, ooh, all right. It's like one of those moments. I'm sorry, y'all. But he loves that. I just want to say that. When I ask God about these things and I find out these things about me that he says about me, like I remember, y'all, he gave me a vision years ago. And this vision he gave me, this woman, she was me. She was me. She was so she was so elegant, y'all. Like she had this aura about her, like this essence about her. Like her whole wardrobe was different. Like she had this confidence about her. Like she had this grace upon her. Like baby, she was financially free. She looked good. She was a boss babe. Like she was, right? So in that moment, if that's what God showed me, then that's what I have to believe about myself because that's what he showed me. And if I do not believe that that's who I am because of what he said, and if I don't believe that, I'm basically saying that he's a liar. And that's an insult. And that right there is going to cause some friction because now you're going against what God is saying about you, right? And when that happens, you create a disruption, you create stagnation in your journey, right? And that's a whole nother video because when you create stagnation, you procrastination and all these things because whew, that's a whole nother video on its own that I'm gonna talk about. But you must believe that who he says you are is who you truly are, despite what it may look like on the outside right now, despite what you may be growing through right now. Right? Because the way he sees you and the way you see yourself right now are two completely different versions of yourself. So I have to believe that version of myself, that I can get there to that version, right? But you got to do some inner work. You have to believe that you can, right? So whether that is believing the very vision that God has given you, right? Believing that you can actually achieve those visions that he is giving you in private, or whether it's believing that you can achieve maybe your personal goals that you set for yourself, right? Whether they're your business goals or whether they're your financial goals, you must believe that you can achieve these goals that you set out for yourself. I'm sorry, the sun is coming down, y'all, so hopefully y'all can still see me. Hopefully y'all can still see me, but you must believe that you can achieve these things. Really quick, I want to give you guys the definition of believe. Um, really quick, believe means to accept something as true, feel sure of something, the truth of something. And I want to give you guys some synonyms. And these synonyms, I personally like them because they hit. Um, 3 synonyms are depend on, rely on, and maintain. And because I like the word maintain, I just wanted to do a little bit deeper definition to maintain. The synonym of maintain is to keep going. Keep going, right? And that's a whole word in itself, y'all, because it's like keep going despite of what you see on the outside right now. Keep going despite what you may be growing through right now. Keep going despite what your finances may look like right now. Keep going despite of what adversaries is just popping up in your life. Keep going, right? Just keep going despite the subscribers, keep going despite the viewers, to keep going despite the followers that you don't have. Keep going despite the support that you don't have. Keep going despite the finances that you don't currently have as of yet. Keep going. Just keep going, right? Believing that you can, right? Believing that you can, believing that eventually I will get there because it's the goals that I set out for myself. It's because it's the vision that God told me who I am, because that's who He sees that I am. So I can believe that I can do this. When you finally come to terms, and I did look up the synonym about coming to terms, that means to adjust to. So once you finally adjust to who God says that you are, okay, then you can finally take those small necessary steps into walking that thing out. But you got to believe it first. You got to believe that you can, and then take those steps so then we can walk it out. Okay, I did my piece. Now it's y'all turn. I want y'all to comment down below one or two goals, whether it's the goal that you set out for yourself, a personal goal, a business goal, a financial goal, a health and wellness goal, whatever that goal is for you, or maybe it's the vision that God gave to you, right? I want you guys to write that down in the comments below, and then write what the first initial step is that you're going to take in order to walk that thing out. Until next time, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, like this video, hit that notification bell for all new upcoming videos. Remember, write that stuff down in the comments. I would love to read about what your goals are and how you're going to start taking action on those things and believing that you actually can achieve those very things who God says that you are. We got this. Until next time, I love y'all. Peace!